recording. Roberta, you should start the, I'm set. I started the recording, so we should be able to have this available for people who aren't able to be on the call to watch later and learn. Okay, so the cupboards are open this week. We've extended a couple of days, and the last day for the booth sale will be, the last day for picking up cookies for our booth sales will be this Friday, May 19th. In Kingston is the only exception, and they will be open until the 17th, which is today. Today was the last day for Kingston, but the other 4 offices are open for getting cookies, picking up some goal getters, picking up some booth cookies. So you still have some time to finish up your cookie sale. So Roberta, can you address this screen, the things to check, please?
Hearing me. So if okay, Marion, can you hear me? Nick can hear me. Amy, I'm not being heard. Both of us. Marion. Days for us. We had this
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm having some difficulty. I'm going to try and unmute.
Okay, now you're not seeing the presentation anymore. You joined the webinar. At least I believe that. So please raise your hand at PowerPoint screen. Something is wrong. Something is definitely wrong here. Problem.
I'm back on. I am unmuted. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if I should be talking or not. Okay, so I'm sorry for the difficulty here. I am not able to hear on this. So the things to check, this is our screen about things to check. These are the wrap-up things that you want to do at the end of the year. So the first thing you want to look at is your transactions screen. Click on that tab, the transactions, and check to see. You'll see initial order things. You'll see if you've gotten some cupboard things. Your DOC things will be there. So you'll see all the activity that happened during the sale. You would see March booth cookies. All the different cookies that have come into your troop will show on the transactions screen. And then check digital cookie. Have all the in-person delivery cookies been received? If a girl got an order that was to be delivered by a girl, did she actually get the cookies? Were those put into eBuddy? Did someone pick up those cookies so the girl could deliver those to her customer? Do you have all of the cookies that you need that you had in your G of C column? People use that Gift of Caring G of C column to keep track of what donations they need, and eBuddy totals that for them. Usually people use their extras from Casing Up for their Gift of Caring donations, and sometimes the Gift of Caring is a bigger number than what extras were left over. You might need to pick up more cookies to make sure you have enough boxes to donate that your girls promised would be donated. Do check your deposits. Did council record that you gave in your deposit slip for your March booth deposit you made? You can look at deposits and see that you've got lots of DOC activity. For older girls, there also will be profits deposited there for s'mores cookies that were not delivered to the girls. Troop still got profit for those. Have you assigned all the cookies for booth and goal getters in the Girl Orders tab? The Girl Orders tab we will be looking at that specifically a little later, but the Girl Orders tab is where a girl's activity is enumerated, and that's where what we use to send rewards to girls. So make sure that all the cookies the girls have sold are assigned to a girl in Girl Orders. Roberta will be doing a demo in a little bit to show you what that looks like and how to do it. It's quite simple. Lastly, you want to go to your rewards order. Once all the cookies have been assigned to girls in the Girl Order tab, you want to go over to the rewards order, go to the final rewards line, click Fill Out. You can check through. eBuddy does all the figuring for you, but you want to submit for the troop. Once you submit, you're done. If you happen to make a mistake, you could speak to your service unit cookie chair so she could help you or he could help you fix an error you might have made, or you could ask counsel to help you out on that. There is a remedy for that. Okay, now we're going over to Roberta for eBuddy Live.
Okay, hopefully you can hear me, Marian. No.
Okay, so we're going to wait for the screen to show eBuddy.
Okay.
So this is the transaction screen, and as you got all the different dates that this troop did something, all the cookies that they received, and there's different elements here. They've gotten different places, the s'mores credit for cookies not received, what cupboard cookies they've gotten. There's several different cupboards. These are March booth cookies here. So there are several different entries for this troop, and this is where you would go to make sure any activity you had did get recorded in eBuddy, or make sure that any activity that is here does belong to your troop. Council does make occasional mistakes. Yes, we admit that. And you should double check us on all of this so that you know what your sales report says is accurate. Next slide, please. Okay, we're going to go to another troop. This is a simpler screen of that was a simpler screen of someone's transactions. Okay, so now we're up to an initial order screen that you want to look at, just to make sure that this looks right. We've got, over here we've got her s'mores, and that they received 3 packages of s'mores. She only had 3 ordered, and this year this 9 number would be backed out on the troop because they would only have received, like everyone else, these younger girls got their order to the box as this exceptional year for s'mores. But over here are the gift of caring, and this troop did not use the gift of caring column. And before I was saying you would want to check your gift of caring column. So you're going to go over to girl orders, Roberta. Okay, so here we have 4 girls in the troop, and if we wanted to assign more cookies to a girl, let's go to Jennifer. We'd click on Jennifer's name. If we wanted to, this troop had a few cookies that were not allotted to a girl. There were, I think it was 31 boxes that were extra there. So we've clicked on Jennifer's name, and then we'd go to this purple button where you see the arrow, Add Transactions. We'd click that. It opens at the bottom of the page. You'll see the green, at the bottom of the screen there are green boxes, and you might put in here parade if perhaps you sold those 41 some boxes at the parade, and then you'd put in that she sold them at the putting her into the cookie other box will record any $4 boxes, or perhaps you sold them at a cookie booth, and that would be in the box before that. The cookie booth box is just before cookie other. Those boxes you'll see are marked for $4 boxes. If perhaps perhaps you had Toffee-Tastics left over, maybe Jennifer sold 1 box of Toffee-Tastics to her friend, perhaps, yes, we'd put in 1 box there because her friend's gluten-free, she wanted a box. So now Jennifer has credit for 6 more boxes, and after we've put those numbers in, we go all the way to the right, and Roberta just entered how much those cookies were, although she paid $25. That's right, she's got $5 at $4.20, and then she's got 1 box of $5 cookies, so she's paid $25 into the troop. And then I'd click OK, and so Jennifer's transaction is recorded. She's gotten credit for selling 6 more boxes. She's paid the troop $25. The accounting of dollars on this page per girl is for troop use only. The council does not look at these, but this is very convenient for a lot of troops. They use this to keep track of what payments girls have made. This is not putting in the payment for the girls is not required by the council, but many people find it convenient to let eBuddy do all the math for them. So now, let's say we want to give credit to another girl. We'd go up to the top where it says switch to girl, or maybe we've gone to the overall. Thank you. Oh, thank you. So there's a switch to girl, and there's a drop down there. We could go to Sage and give Sage credit for another couple of boxes. So we're going to go back, add transaction. When Sage is, oh, Roberta's faster than I am. She's already been to Sage. It says click add transaction. She's done that. She's got a booth sale down at the bottom. And we're going to sell 10 boxes of cookies at the cookie booth. You need 10 boxes to earn a cookie booth patch. And then we're going to put in that it's $40 for the 10 boxes she sold. And then OK. And then save. It's as simple as that to update the girl totals, to make sure the girls get the right rewards and cookie credits. And then we know next year what everyone did, because this information will be at your fingertips next year too. I think we can go to the next slide, the next screen. The add a transaction screen. I think we'll just look at that for a second. If someone wanted to, okay, I'm sorry, I meant to just go to the transactions. I wanted you to show the one transaction screen so that people know that if they needed to get cookies, this would be the last Friday is the last day, May 19th. So if anyone did need to order cookies, they could go to this transaction screen, then over to add a transaction, and you have the opportunity to order cases or boxes here. And you click pickup, you choose a date, fill in a time that the cupboard is open. It will reject if the cupboard isn't open then, but when you open this, you will see the hours of operation. And you choose which place you plan to pick up the cookies by using that drop down there, and put in what you want, save print, easy peasy. There we go, just 2 boxes of Savannah Smiles, save, and it's as simple as that to get any cookies. As the season's ending, people can pick up their last few boxes to make their customers happy, because they're not going to see cookies until next year. Many girls do a last-minute call out to ask their customers if they want to freeze some of those mints. I think I'll go back to my screen, Roberta. To see if we have any questions. We haven't looked at questions in a bit, so let's see if we can get to some of those. Okay, we have a long question. We received awards for initial order. Are those awards added to the final order after closing? I have a negative amount of boxes listed. I have 40 boxes that we collected at booths for donation. I've applied all the other boxes to girls, so I'm not sure why it says I have negative 61. Angela, I think we should look at that together. A negative 61 usually means that you need to assign boxes to girls. And to go to your other part of the question, the initial order rewards, whatever the girls sold for initial order, that counts toward their final rewards. So if they sold 110 and later on sold 20 more than they have, their rewards will be based on 130. Just looking to see. I don't see any other questions. If anyone is typing, I don't see that they are typing. One girl came to the booth sale. Would it seem strange that she has, I'm not sure what that word is, 11 the booth sale? I'm not sure what that question means. I think it might be that since only one girl sold at the booth sale, is it okay to give her credit? I'd say yes, that's okay to give her the credit if only one girl was there. How do I record cookie sales at a cookie booth sale? You go into what we showed before, the girl orders tab, and know which girls should get credit for the sales at the booth, and divide up the cookie booth sales into how many girls were there and assign a portion of the booth sale cookies to each girl. I see many more questions. And how are the final awards sent? The final awards, the final rewards go to the service unit cookie chair. They probably will be going out at the end, sometime in July. They'll probably receive them in July. And it depends on your service unit cookie chair. Some people make them available over the summer. Often they are brought to the September meeting. So do keep in touch with your service unit cookie chair to see what her or his plan is. Can we switch some Gift of Caring over to OpDrop Cookie Drop as virtual cookies? If so, how? Yes. Can we switch some GOC over to, okay, that's the same cookies. So you would, the GFC cookies, the cookies that were put in the GFC column counted toward girl rewards. What we usually do is we usually keep track of, we hear from trips that they need 30 more boxes, and we will put them aside to make sure they're not double counted, and we send them to the OpDrop. My trip sold 168 cookies at the mall. How do I give credit to all the girls for patches? I did just say that you would divide them up and you put them in the cookie booth column of the girl orders. My trips deposits are not showing up on eBuddy for initial sales. 4 deposits were made. Well, let me make clear that the deposits that we see in eBuddy are not the deposits to your Troop account. We don't publish your Troop account information there. The deposits that I was mentioning before for March booth sales are deposits that were made in the council account. March booth sale deposits are made to the council account. That is a separate way of doing that finance. March booth cookies are paid into the council account, whereas the regular cookie sale, you deposit in your Troop account and council sweeps your account. So on May 1st there was a sweep, on May 15th there was a sweep. So your trips deposit into your Troop account does not show in eBuddy. If a girl sold cookies from the excess, do I add them in the girl order tab? Yes, you want to enter any cookies the girls sold there. What does the service unit cookie chair with regard to final rewards, and when should they be expected to be received? I did just answer that. I have a cookie chair that wants to know who won the Samsung tablet. Do you know yet? That will be announced soon. We do know. Oh, yes, we do know that because that was an initial order reward. Are the final rewards sent to the cookie chairs directly through the mail? Those are sent usually UPS to the service unit cookie chair. And do speak to your service unit cookie chair if you are not available. Just let her know that you won't be available over the summer because, as I said previously, the cookie chairs distribute those and they have different ways of doing it. So keep in touch with your service unit cookie chair to make sure that person knows how to reach you. I received the exact amount of s'mores that we needed, but my screen shows that we had extra boxes. I can't edit that. That's true, Carrie. You can't edit it, but if you look on your sales report, it shows that some s'mores were taken out of your initial order. In the sales report, you'll see in that first column, cookies, you'll see that some cookies were subtracted from your totals to balance out what you got versus what your initial order was. I heard one of my scouts received a cookie credit card reward, but my daughter didn't get one. Did these go out to everyone? The cookie credit cards were mailed out that were based on initial order, so things that were sold as of March 5th. Those cookie credits were mailed out, and if you haven't gotten one, you can check with us, but I'll tell you we have gotten some that have bounced because of address failures or post office failures. There was some accounting things where sometimes DOC info didn't sweep into the initial order roundup for cookie credits, but if you didn't get one but should get one, they are mailed out a second time later in June or probably early July. So we send out a second time for people who didn't get to 95 but got to 95 later. And so if you haven't received one, you would get one in the second round if you've sold 95 or more boxes. And during that second round, we also add credit to girls who sold more after initial order, and they get additional credit added to their card. They don't get a second card, they just get credit added to their balance on the card. What do? I think I just answered that about s'mores. If you did a booth after the March booth sale, does that get pulled directly from the Troop account? Yes. The March booth sale finance is done one way, but the May 1st sweep would have included any booths that were just before that, and the May 15th ones the same. There will be one more sweep for anyone who might be having a booth after this. What does the service unit cookie chair do with final rewards? As I said, I answered that. I understand that we don't need to do anything about s'mores orders. They got figured out by the system. Is that right? Yes. If you look at your sales report, you'll see that in the cookie column, if you didn't get what you were getting in initial order, you'll see are some subtractions of cookies from your totals, and it says s'mores there. And then you'll also see in the deposits column you've been given credit for deposits. You've been given credit for profit for cookies you might not have gotten to deliver. So you've been made whole for those s'mores cookies that you did not get to deliver, but you got the profit for that if you look in your deposits column. In the sales report, it shows deposits. Some are for s'mores. All are positive numbers, no negatives. In deposits, the s'mores are positive numbers. Over to the left of that in the sales report in the cookies, that's where you'll see a negative. How do I know the s'mores entry is a deposit to my Troop, not a debit for my Troop? The minus is where it has boxes of cookies. You'll see minus s'mores in the left-hand column when there's a listing of what cookies you've gotten. In that column, you'll see initial order cookies, you'll see op-drop cookies, you'll see DOC cookies. That's where the cookies. On the right side is deposits. That's where a positive will be, where you've gotten credit for your profit. If I add excess cookies to the transaction tab, will my Troop be double counted or will I be charged for it again? If you have excess cookies from initial order, You already are being charged for those excess cookies because you order by the case. So your troop already, those cookies are showing up in your cookies column in the sales report. They just haven't been assigned to a girl. So if you had 10 extra boxes, now you're going to take those 10 extra boxes once your girls have sold them and assign them to what girl sold them. So you're not going to be double counted on those. Someone's asking, are the GOC cookies the extra boxes? In some cases they are, but not everyone used those as GOCs. Sometimes you have extra boxes that are left from casing up, and you're going to use those you need to sell so that you can get all the profit from those cookies. If we don't get our initial cookie reward from the service unit leader, who will send the rewards to us? The service unit cookie leader will have your rewards. That's who gets them. Do service unit cookie chairs need to confirm or submit anything in eBuddy this week with regard to final rewards? Okay, so the service unit cookie chairs are going to submit the total rewards order for their whole service unit. So we sent out an eBuddy message saying that troop final rewards must be submitted by May 22nd. We did have a mistake in the troop guide. Troop guide said the 26th. That is incorrect. The actual date the troop final rewards must be submitted by is May 22nd. So there's one thing you as service unit cookie chair should remind the troops that they need to do that. Once that is done, the service unit person has a date that she needs to submit the whole service unit rewards. She has to fill in where the rewards should be shipped, and then she's got to click submit and send in the service unit order. Can I get a copy of this slide? I was listening, but I couldn't see the screen. Thank you. A girl's initial order number is not decreased from getting s'mores and any additional cookies after initial order is just added onto the initial cookie order number that was submitted. A girl's initial, I'm not sure I understand that one. A girl's initial order number is not decreased from not getting s'mores. Yes, you're right, that nothing was changed in the initial order screen. So any additional orders after initial order are just added onto the initial cookie order number that was submitted, right? Yes, so initial order is one thing. We based several rewards on initial order results, but other rewards, the final rewards, are based on the total cookie sale. So anything a girl sold after initial order, you need to add into the girl orders screen. So you click on the girl orders tab and you can follow the instructions that are on page 8 of the troop guide. If you missed us showing you how to do that, it's simple enough to do, and you can find the directions on page 8 at the top of the page. Do you have to assign extra boxes? Well, I think to be fair to everyone, if girls sold more cookies, they should get the credit for selling the cookies. It might push them into another level of a reward, might get her higher cookie credits. So yeah, you should do that. I wanted to use some of our extra boxes for some goal getters we had. The extra boxes were exactly how many extra s'mores I had. I entered a girl's goal getter in her girl order and she sold her boxes, but now I'm at -3 difference on my sales report. Amanda, will you contact me, please? You can find my name, Marianne Brell, easily on the GirlScoutsHH.org website, and I think we'll just look at that together. And someone would like to talk about her service unit cookie chair. She wants to make sure she gets rewards, so I think we will have that as an offline discussion also. Do we need to sign off, or is the data taken from the system for rewards? You should submit the rewards order. It's very simple. eBuddy has looked at all of the activity of girls, and you should just go and look through it, and submit, and then you're done. Are the cookie chairs responsible for filling in anything for girls doing online sales only? No, if they did online sales, then they've gotten credit for their sales. Why weren't the extra s'mores removed from the initial order report? Because it can't be done. Unfortunately, once that goes in, that's locked. So the change was made on the sales report. Okay, so I think we can move along. I've answered what questions we had there. So I think we'll move on to the next slide. Okay, final rewards. Woohoo! So now we're going to talk about patches. Let's get that off. And the things that girls earned. Okay, so final rewards. The things we are asking everyone to update their girl orders if they had additional sales after initial order. We want them to go in and update that girl orders tab so that every girl gets what she's worked hard to get. So the final rewards are patches. So there's a theme patch. There are bar patches for each level of cookies girls earn. So there's a super seller patch for 70 boxes. There's a 100 bar patch for girls who achieved 100. And after that, it goes up to 1,000 boxes and 2,000 boxes, because we do have some high achieving girls who've sold 2,000 boxes and they get a bar for that. So girls earn patches, they earn cookie credits. Cookie credits start at 95 boxes, and every 50 boxes, so for 95 boxes, girls earn a cookie credit card that is $15 of credit to use at camp, to register for a program, to register as a Girl Scout this year, to go to the shop and pick out what rewards she would like to earn, to pick out some of the rewards that are pictured on the card. There Gold Award girls can use their cookie credits for some of their expenses, so they submit receipts and can be reimbursed. So there are a lot of different uses for cookie credits, and it's really up to the family how they're going to use the cookie credits. And as I say, that starts at 95 and goes up in increments of 50 boxes. There's another $10 ordered, and it goes up to $400 of cookie credit. That's the max, $400. So here we see our cute little anniversary owl with the 100 years of girl selling patch under his wing, little secret wing patch. And then we've got our 600 club, our 1,000 club, 1,500 club, and 2,000 clubs for girls who have sold to the max. So we want to be sure that you update all the girls' information so that they get what they earned. There's also a booth patch at 10 boxes, so any girls who participated in booths, if they sold 10 boxes or more, they're going to earn that booth sale patch. If it's been updated in girl orders, you need to put in at least 10 boxes for those girls to get counted as receiving a booth patch. And then Gift of Caring is the same thing. It's 10 boxes for earning this adorable Heart World patch for Gift of Caring. And girls who participated in the DOC, in the digital cookie sales, if they sold 12 boxes or more, if they've sold a case there, they've earned the Cookie Techie patch. There are additional rewards for Cookie Techies as well for Cookie DOC sales. So there are a lot of different rewards, and we want to be sure that girls get what they worked hard to do. So Roberta, I would like to change to you so that I can see your screen. So we're going to be looking at eBuddy again to see the rewards, what to do for the rewards tabs. Thank you. So to make sure that we were saying what you need to do after you've updated the girl orders, then we're going to move over to the rewards tab. So we're going to click that. And now we're going to the final rewards line, and we're going to go to fill in. You click there. And eBuddy is so cool. It does so much of our thinking. Here are all the girls in the troop, and if you wanted to know what any of the girls is receiving, you would click on the girl's name, and you could see Danielle's receiving 2 awards. Let's see, click on Danielle. She's getting the theme patch, and her troop cookie person has already put in that they had booth sales, so she's getting a booth sale patch. So she's all set for her rewards. So each of the girls is listed, as I said. This will be what is helpful later in the year, but when we get the rewards. But here's Jessica. Jessica has earned all these different things, and it's just a simple way of accounting. You can go in and see each girl what she's supposed to receive once you get your final rewards from your service unit chair, either over the summer or in September. So your role, after you've updated the girl orders, we see all of these rewards, and we're going to scoot down to the bottom here. You can check these, make sure that you've got the right number of theme patches and the cookie patches, booth patches, and you're just going to go and click down at the bottom there where it says Submit Reward Order. You submit that, and now you're done. That goes in. The service unit cookie chair knows you are done, and she can see everyone who's submitted, and then she submits the order for the service unit, and in turn we submit the order for the council. That's pretty simple because eBuddy does all of the thinking there. And I'm going to go back to the other screen. I did say already that some of the final rewards, oh, did I skip one? No, I did not, sorry. They're calculated on the boxes that are listed in the girl orders tab. We ship Little Brownie ships directly to service unit cookie chairs in early July. And as I said, please keep in touch with your actual service unit cookie chair because they will know how they're planning to distribute. Some people have it in their house. They have people make appointments and stop by to pick up things. Some distribute them in September. Cookie credits, as I said, start at 95 boxes. The girls receive $15 for the first 95 boxes, and then a $10 credit is added for every 50 boxes after that, and the maximum is $400. I can tell you I've seen lots of girls excitedly shopping with the cookie credits that they've received already. So those cookie credits were mailed to girls in May. And as I said previously, there will be a second round of cookie credits later in June, and the cards are mailed then to girls who got to 95 boxes only after participating in booths or in goal-getter sales. So kids who haven't gotten them but now are up to that, they can expect that they will get those cards in late June. And also in late June, we will add to totals for girls who have already received a card but participated by selling more in goal-getters or were booth sales. They will get more credit added to their cards. It's just there. On the back of the card, anyone can check what their balance is because the company that handles that for us has a website and people can check in and see what the status of their credits are. So next I'm going to see if there are other questions that people have typed in for us. Someone's asking why the patches are arriving in July instead of June. We won't be wrapping up until the end of May, and it takes a few weeks for them to come. Sometimes we're lucky, but they promise it's like a 6-week turnaround to send those, so it's probably July. Should we distribute the rewards received for initial order now? Yes. And distribute final rewards later? Yes. There really should be 2 different times for distribution of those, because the initial order girls should get their rewards as soon as they can. Those came in right around delivery. I know we missed some people for delivery on that, but those were here in April, and girls really should get them ASAP. The person also wants to know, should we wait till receiving all the rewards to distribute together? I would say no. If you have initial order rewards, girls should get those ASAP, and the final rewards would be later on. Can my final rewards get mailed to me directly, not to my service unit cookie chair? No, they go to the service unit cookie chair. There's a bulk shipping, and that's when it happens, and it goes to the service unit cookie chair to sort and distribute. Do we give girls credit for boxes sold as a result of extra Thin Mint Samoas received as replacements for s'mores? No. Those cookies were a gift from Little Brownie for the inconvenience of not getting s'mores, and those were to be used as a gift to your customer, and if you gave them one and had one to sell, that's great. That was just pure profit for the troop, but that does not count toward rewards. That, in a way, is a bonus that your troop got that extra money, but it does not count toward rewards. Those are not in eBuddy. Can you show the screen where the service unit cookie chair will finalize and submit the rewards? How do we know if all troops finalize their rewards? Tina, would you give me a call? Perhaps we can even do it right after this. I can show you, and we can just quickly go through it, because there are a couple of things I can show to you. Someone said, did you say initial rewards were already sent? Yes, initial rewards were already shipped to service unit chairs in April. So they do have them. They should distribute those. And I don't see any other questions coming in. I'll just look and see if I might have missed one. If a girl missed initial order cutoff and submitted an order selling 55 boxes and it was filled using extra troop boxes, how do I enter that in girl orders? Those 55 boxes that belong to the troop, if those were extras, then you need to assign them to a girl, and that girl sold the 55 extra boxes, so you just go in to the girl orders tab and add those 55 boxes to the girl. Just be careful when you're assigning them to make sure, put them in cookie other, and make sure that you put them in the correct column. Toffee-tastics cost $5, and if you are using the girl orders tab to balance your books, you want to be sure you put the box in the right place, the $4 versus the $5 column. Someone asks, who purchases the patches? The girls are earning these theme patches and cookie techie patches. All of those are earned by the girls, and the council purchases them and sends them to the service unit person. Do we sign off on sales report? No, you don't have to sign that off. I think we've answered all of the questions here. Someone's asking how to get in touch with me. I am Mary Ann Brehl, B-R-E-H-L, and my extension is 423. You could also email me at mbrehl@girlscoutshh.org. And I'm going to move on to our last slide. Oh, I'm sorry. I was mistaken. It is not our last slide. I need to tell you guys about Operation Cookie Drop, because where do all those Op-Drop cookies go? Well, the great day is coming when girls can actually see what happens to some of their donated boxes. Some troops take their cookies elsewhere, but if they've donated or if their customers have donated to Operation Cookie Drop, we have a day when the girls can help us, and you can see in this picture the girls, someone's there helping to seal boxes that are sent off to the troops on trucks, and they get loaded and sent to the Middle East. They get on Navy ships and go out to our armed forces. So this photo is a photo of the actual load-in day. It's going to be at 2 Dana Road in Valhalla, which is opposite Home Depot in Valhalla. It is a very exciting day. It starts at 8 o'clock. We want cookies to start coming at 8. We want them all there and ready to go by 10:30. So if you're planning to come, you see this girl has sneakers on and comfortable clothes. That's what kids should wear, include sunscreen and some water bottles. But we have Armed Forces volunteers on hand who help us with the day. Girls can bring individual boxes or cases to this event. We have empty cases and we package up varieties together in the boxes that they should go in, and then they're sealed and put into giant container boxes that are what gets loaded onto the ships. The girls personalize these boxes. I'm telling you, a 10-year-old girl can stand inside the container boxes I'm talking about. They might be 5 feet across and maybe they're 5 feet high, 4 feet high. So kids love personalizing and writing messages to them, but they've already packaged up boxes into the cases, and then there's a letter inside that says it's from a donation from Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson. The girls help slip those letters in. You can see on the cases there are white labels. Those say a gift of Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson and an address. So we often hear back from soldiers and service people that have received the gifts that our girls have secured for them and actually literally sent off to them. So this is a really wonderful day for girls and parents to come see their donations, their love in action, sending these boxes off. There are other things to do that day. Girls participate in many ways this day, but I recommend if you can come for part of the day, please do, because it's an exciting day for all. Okay, let's see. Do we have any other questions? Yes, someone's asking if I will post contacts. I will do that. And someone wants to know if the troops want to participate, do they have to tell us, did they need to bring the cookies to participate in the load-in day? That's a good question. They don't have to actually bring their own cookies. They can ask other people if they would. And a lot of times there's someone in the service unit who's going to this day, and it's exciting for the person who's driving over there to go with more than the cookies that they have. Other cookies that are going from the service unit will go with them. So if you can't attend, if it's not possible to go, you can either give it to someone else that you know is going, or you can bring them to the council offices, and we are able to take them now, and we will transport them. And we often have other leaders who told us they're going, so they will help us move those cookies over to the actual load-in day. And I'm just looking to see if there are any other questions. And I do want to say also, if the troop can't go, that's okay. If the leader wants to go with her daughter, or if someone in the family wants to go, it doesn't have to be a whole troop activity. It can be something that just you do together. And it's really an exciting thing to do. And sometimes people just try it out, and they go with just one family member, and the next year they bring everyone because it is so exciting. So if you donated cookies through OpDrop, those cookies are going to get there on their own. They're not going to walk there, but we do have truckers who bring those cookies down, and those are part of what gets sent off that day. So we've been warehousing the donations that you've made, and they will be sent off that day. The Operation Cookie Drop Day ends around noon. So as I said, you can go for some or part of the day. Okay, I think we've answered all the questions. I was going to try to post my contact information here. It's another technical difficulty I am having trouble with. I'm going to say again then, hopefully you can write that my extension is 423, and my email is, my name is Mary Ann Brehl, B-R-E-H-L. You can find me on our website, but my email is mbrEhl@girlscoutshh.org. And I will be here for another few minutes after I close this, in another minute, and I will answer calls till, I'm going to say, 8:20. And someone wants to know, will the Pleasantville store be opened on the day of OpDrop? I think you should email the shop and ask them that. I'm not sure. I know these things were up for discussion, whether the Pleasantville store will be opened on the day of OpDrop, and someone else wants to know if the store will be at OpDrop. I'm not sure. That's the shop, and I think you should call and ask at the shop if they're going to be open. So thank you for being with us tonight. Here's a bunch of daisies having a blast at their booth sale. I just love the exuberance here. And I love all of you guys for everything you've done for your girls and for our council and for our cookie sale. Thank you so much, and we hope to see you soon. Good night.